Hi everyone, in today's tutorial you're going to be learning how to cut and sew a leg of mutton sleeve. It is an exaggerated sleeve which is so classy and very simple to make. So if this seems like what you're interested in learning, please keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, for us to achieve this sleeve, we are going to have to draft out a basic sleeve block first of all. Okay, so I'm folding my pattern paper into two. Please note that you do not need to use just a single pattern for the basic sleeve. Okay, so as you can see, I've placed my tape on top the pattern paper. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to mark out my cap height, which is 4 inches. If you don't know how to get your cap height, I've actually made a tutorial before this one showing you exactly how to cut out a basic sleeve block. Okay, now after this I'm going to go down to the elbow points, which is 13 inches, and I will mark. And then for the length of my sleeve, I'm going to be making use of 24 inches, which is the entire length of my pattern paper. Now after this, I'm going to go ahead and draw my lines across. So you can see I have my cap height line, I have my elbow line, and then the length of my sleeve. Now on this same cap height line, I'm going to come in by 4 inches. Okay, and right at the top I will already come up by 4 inches. Now I'm going to divide the distance between the top of my pattern paper and the cap height line into two. Okay, after dividing it, I'm going to connect all the points together and then mark it out. So you guys, as you can see, we have our cap height lines, and then I'm going to come over to this point and divide my round armhole into two and mark it out. And then after that, I'm going to have to connect my armhole curve. Okay, so now I'll move over to the elbow, divide my round elbow into two, mark it down, and then also divide my wrist into two and then mark it out and connect all the points together. Now guys, after this, the next step I'm going to take is go ahead and cut it out. Okay, but then I would want to add up my sewing allowance of 1 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and add it up before cutting out the side. Okay, so that is what you can see me trying to do right now. I am done marking out the 1 inch, so I'm going to continue with my cutting. Now you guys, you can see we have our basic sleeve, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the pattern. Okay, so we can be seeing the both side of the sleeve. Now guys, I'm going to mark out the middle of my sleeve. Can you see? And then now I'm going to, from the top of my sleeve, determine where I want the slashing to start from. Okay, so I went down to 8 inches from the top and then connected it into a horizontal line. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark out my lines. So I'm making use of 2 inches, but then I'm using my eye to just eyeball this. Okay, so you can see what I am doing right there. Now after marking out these lines, first of all I'm going to have to slash from the center and stop on the 8 inches mark, and then after this I'm equally going to slash just like this. Okay, so once I'm done slashing one part of it, I'm not going to slash all through. Okay, I'm just going to leave some inches that would hold the papers together. Now I am done slashing one side. I'm going to equally do the same thing to the other side. Now guys, after this we're going to have to bring another pattern paper because we have to spread this out, okay, to be able to achieve fullness on this sleeve. So this is how to do that. I've gone ahead to bring in another pattern paper, and right now I am trying to spread this out. So I'll be spreading with 2 inches. You can as well spread with 3 inches if you want your sleeve fuller. So you guys, you can see what I am doing. The first one was spread with 2 inches, so I'm going to continue to spread it out with 2 inches until I spread out the entire slashes. Okay, So I am done with one side. I'm going to equally repeat the same thing to the other parts. Okay. So guys, as you can see, I am done spreading it out. Next, I'm going to have to use a straight line to connect the top of the sleeve. Okay. And now after this, I'm going to have to raise it up by 4 inches from this line. Now you can equally go higher than this. It all depends on how full you want the upper parts to look after you must have gathered it or pleated it. Okay. I am done with this. Next, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut it out. So now that I'm done cutting it out, you guys, this is what we have. Next, I'm going to bring in my fabric, which I'm going to use for this sleeve, and I'm going to open up my fabric, place my pattern on top of it, and then I'll be using my pins to hold it down in place. Okay, I'm going to cut out by following the side seam, and you guys, please, you have to take note of how I'm cutting this out. You can see right at the upper part, I went ahead to increase it by 1 inch. This is what I feel like doing. You can leave yours at 4 inches. Okay, and then right at the down part, I added 1 inch for hemming allowance. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove my pattern, and I'll be showing you guys how to join your sleeve together. So first of all, you're going to fold your sleeve into 2 like this. Okay, and this is what the sleeve is looking like already. Now the very first step I'm going to take is go hem the down part. Remember, we added hemming allowance of 1 inch, so I'm going to hem it using half inch, just like I'm showing you right now. And after that, I'm going to ensure that the right sides are facing each other, and I will join the side seam. Now after joining the side seam, we are going to move over to the upper parts, and you have the option of pleating the upper parts or running a loose stitch on it just to gather the upper parts. Okay, to gather it just like puff. I hope you understand. So I am done running the loose stitch, and you guys, here is me trying to gather it. You already know how to gather up your fabric. So guys, you can see at this point I'm trying to gather the round armhole. Okay, and you're going to ensure that you gather it up to the round armhole of your sleeve. You might likely have excess after gathering it. That means you're going to have to pleat the remaining. Okay, so I am done with one side. I repeated the same thing to the other side. Next, I'm going to place it and measure my round armhole, and this wasn't giving me 9 inches. Remember, my round armhole is 18 divided by 2 is 9. This only means that I would have to plait some excesses into the armhole of my dress for it to fit in well. Okay, now this is how I'll be doing that. To one side of the armhole, I'm going to pleat like this, and after that I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other sides, just like I'm showing you right now. Okay, and once you are done doing that, it will be able to fit into your dress perfectly. So I am done with it, and I'm trying to show you what it should look like. Okay, now after doing that, you're going to have to measure to ensure that you have your round armhole divided by 2. Now you guys, remember, I'm supposed to do this on my dress, okay, while fixing my sleeve into the armhole of my dress, but I did this just to show you guys what I meant. So here is the final look of our sleeve. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If you do, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please share this video so that more people can get to see it. I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.